when people ask, how much does siding cost? Our house is 2,000 square foot. Well, a 2,000 square foot footprint, meaning actual living space, the range could be dynamic. Do you have 10-foot ceilings, 8-foot ceilings, 12-foot ceilings? Is it a walkout? I mean, there's all kinds of things to that. And so it's very difficult to give an exacting amount. What I would tell you is there's a range, and it depends on various things. And there's a whole lot of stuff I'm going to lay out here real quickly. So siding companies play games. They try to figure out how to give you a price, and you as the homeowner don't know all the details. And what I mean by that is, when you do the siding on your home, siding is technically just the wall space, the outside walls. But on the outside of your house, you have a lot more than just the wall space. You have the window trim, you have the door trim, the garage door trim, you have your soffit, which is the eave or overhang, you have the fascia, which is the board that's behind your guttering, then you have rake, which is trim that's on the side of the house, and I mean there's all kinds of trim areas. And so like when a siding company comes out to give you a bid and they say your siding is X, well, wow, that doesn't sound that bad. But what you don't understand is the other part of your house, the trim, which is the hardest part of the house to paint, in my opinion, isn't getting covered. So yeah, you got the wall space done, but you didn't get any of the soffit or the fascia or the rake or the window trim or the door trim or the garage door trim. So yeah, it's a lot less bid than if you get what's called a coverall or your whole house covered. So that's one part of this. But the other part is, what material are they putting up? It's just like anything in the world. You can get really inexpensive and you can get really expensive. It's just what avenue do you want to go? I'm kind of, I don't want to say a middle of the road. I'm probably a little bit higher than a middle of the road guy. I try to sell quality, and like when our reps go out to people's home, when we price things, we don't price it to make it the most expensive. We don't price it to make it the least expensive. We price it to make it the best. So like, to do this way is the best way. Yes, this will cost you some money, or yes, to do it this way actually saves you some money. But we want to do it so that once your house is done, not only does it look great now, but it will look great years from now. And so to give a very honest ballpark, and then there's, are we getting premium vinyl siding? Are we getting cheap vinyl siding? Are we getting fiber cement James Hardie siding? Because there's a big range in there. And I know everybody's watching this video is like, well, get to the range, guy. So it depends. So like the typical house in Kansas City, and I know this is really a hard thing to quantify because what's typical? But like the typical house in Kansas City, to do cheap vinyl siding on it is in the $20,000 range. To do good vinyl siding on it is in the $30,000 range. And to do Hardie siding on it is probably in the $40,000 range. And I know that's a real big, unspecific area there, but there's so much that goes into that. And then, like just thinking in the back of my head while I'm talking here, are you getting brand new guttering? Are you getting brand new downspout? Because like if you do, and this is an old guy talking, if you do your siding on your home and you don't do brand new guttering, I always use this line, it's like getting new carpet and then putting your old dirty furniture on top of it, or getting new furniture and putting it on your old dirty carpet or whatever. It's like, wow, that furniture looks great. Man, the carpet looks cruddy. Why didn't we do the carpet? I know it's, where do you stop? It's always money, but you just should do all of it as a project and outside. And one other thing, if you do Hardie siding and all the trim, you have to do the guttering. If you don't do the guttering, when they do the fascia behind the guttering, if they won't put Hardie fascia up there. So then you have wood fascia still up there that's susceptible to rotting, that's gonna need painting and all that stuff. So it's, again, I'm one of those people, I don't try to take all your money. I don't want to be the most expensive guy in town. I just want to do it right so that you don't ever have to do it again and your home looks beautiful for however long you're there and the next guy.